Well, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls. And running around on my shirt, I have a hamster. Not just any hamster. This is little Gojira up under my hand. She is a cutie. She is a fully mature hamster now. You can tell her fur here, the way it parts at the bottom, her age, and her size. She is a fully mature hamster. She is out of her period of youth. And she is mature, slowly heading towards, being old. But she is a cutie. I don't want her to fall, so provide her with a wall and such. But she is, don't chew on that. She is a cutie. I'm going to put her back in her cage, though, so that she can get some rest. But here she is in close-up. She is an absolute sweetheart. An absolute wonderful little hamatron. So I'm going to put her back. There we go. She was awake, but inside of her nest, so I annoyed her and brought her out. So thumbs up for that. A very good thing. She's alive. And little Dust Mop is fine. I still have to trim him down to keep his hair short. Little Saber/Cream, she mostly, again, sticks to the far side of her cage and mostly in her nest and does a lot of sleeping. She's mature. She's older. So, and Dr. Snurf down below, it's really weird with that spot on his back because the skin gets really dry. If you feel it, it feels dry and like it cracks, and that's not good or comfortable. So I don't just treat him with one thing because one thing doesn't seem to work. I'll use like an athlete's foot cream on his back, and it'll get better for a couple days, and then it won't work. So I'll use like just regular lotion, and then it'll get better for a few days. Excuse me. And then it gets better for a few days, and then it gets worse again. So I'll use the jock itch stuff, and then it gets better for a few days, and then gets worse again. So it doesn't appear to be like a fungus, and it doesn't appear to be like mites. So it must be like old age or an underlying condition. So I'm going to keep treating him with stuff so that the skin doesn't get so dry that it just cracks. Because that's no good. Thumbs up for that. And of course on the daily Shelton weather report and plague rat report as well, since everything's been opening up and in large parts of the country, and because of that we've got huge spikes in Covfefe Bug infections, and that's wonderful. But we'll come back to that in a moment. But right now, I went walkies last night, and the sky was mostly bluish with some gray, and I didn't believe it was going to rain, but the weather forecast was rain. So just in case, I took my brolly with me. By the time I got back, it was just thoroughly gray and getting really dark. But it didn't rain, and it's still not raining now. So thumbs up. I mean, you need rain, but you don't need rain all the time. We're not a rainforest here, so thumbs up for that. But yes, on the good old, one of the things, unfortunately, about the administration and the general public, mostly through media manipulation, in the United States, people from outside the United States were probably just amazed and horrified. Try to get centered again here with everything. Amazed and horrified because how can we be okay with like 115 to 120,000 people dead from this thing, and 1,000 dead every day, and it's going to keep on going? And our current administration, in the beginning, they had asked the scientists and doctors, well, what happens if we just let it burn itself out? And they were told, that's a very bad idea. There's going to be a lot of people dying. So as you can see in the beginning, they floundered and flopped and tried to do little things here and there, messing up horribly all around. But now there hasn't been any sort of talks about what they're doing. The people that are in charge of this thing, they don't wear masks, and they pack themselves together into tight little rooms, and you can tell they don't take this seriously when the place that makes the swabs had to throw out an entire day's run of the sterilized thing because the president refused to wear a mask while he was there. And so an entire day's run of swabs had to be just thrown away. That's what they're doing. They're just letting it burn. There is no official plan other than let it burn. And the problem with that, through just constant inundation and told there's nothing you can do about this, we're used to, in the United States, mass death just from school shootings and, terrified white people shooting people because they're pissed off. Up until the lockdown, it's like there have been mass shootings almost, if not, one every single day. And with the way we have the media working in this country, it's normalized. Human beings can normalize anything. How do you think people survive being prisoners in concentration camps? And places where they're caught, captured, tortured? It becomes normalized on both sides. So all this is just normalized. Oh, the economy's opening. Yeah, and that's good. It's only cost us 100,000 dead. So I'm pretty thrilled about life, and I've talked about how, I'm just one person, I can't make a change, and somebody in the comments, was saying, remember the words of one person. We all just have the power to change the world to vote. Well, of course I vote, and I'm going to keep voting. I am experiencing existential despair over what's happening, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to stand back and let it roll. That's why I vote. That's why I do this stuff myself. And yes, we all have the power to make changes in the world, but thumbs up. Oh, and as an aside, also because of my executive dysfunction, I've been finding it more difficult to answer comments lately. There are many, many people that have left comments. Just because I have not engaged, please do not give up and stop leaving comments. There are so many people that I want to go back and talk to, and I'm going to. There are very, very many excellent comments from very, very many excellent commenters. Thank you all for taking the time to leave comments. It is appreciated. I would love to keep up conversations with everybody with my depression and my fibro, the executive dysfunction from the depression. I'm working on it all. I'm trying to get better. That's why I got the channel going. I am so much better than I used to be. So I'm still working on it. Thank you very much for leaving comments. Please continue to do so. I'm really salivating hard around my dentures today, so if I spit or I sound really juicy, my sincere apologies. It's like I have a mouthful of pebbles, and when you do that, you're gonna salivate like crazy. Thumbs up. Checking my list over here. Did I mention that I'd actually managed to sleep well again last night? This is the third night I have used the new mask. The first night, I accidentally wore it just right, slept great. The second night, I adjusted it to the way I had worn my older mask. Not a good idea. I didn't sleep well. Last night, I just adjusted my face meat in such a way that it just pulled it up here so as to not leave a crease on my cheeks. But I didn't do any other adjustments and slept great. Quite awesome. A very, very good thing. Definitely. So now I know how to arrange my face meat with my new mask. That's a very good thing. Also, someone had pointed out, it's like the way my cheeks are, I hate the way this looks when I do this, so of course that's why I'm doing it. But how that took years off. If I don't do that, if I do it this way so that it's not pushing the stuff upward, it's like, hokey smokes, yeah. I understand why people get facelifts now. Because, yeah, that, takes a lot of years to be able to do that. So I understand much more thoroughly why people get facelifts and plastic surgery done. It's nothing I want to get done. I mean, I've only had minor surgeries. I had my dentures. I had my tonsils out when I was like 5 years old. And then past that, it's just been things like having fingernails removed, stuff like that. I've never had actual anything invasive. So I've been, aside from the tonsils, removed. And I kind of want to keep it that way. Especially since, while most of the time it's safe, it's not always. There was this one woman went in for liposuction. I remember this one from ages ago, where it terrified me on hearing this one. Went in for liposuction. Can you imagine that? Under anesthesia. And then died on the table from cardiac arrest, but a clot went into her heart from the surgery. So went in for plastic surgery and never came out. And that's not the way I want to go. And anytime there's surgery, yeah, there's risk. You can minimize risks. I'm not saying surgery is just, oh, don't ever do it or you're going to die. Everything is risk. Crossing a street is risk. It's all risk management. That's what life is. You're managing risk. If I can avoid surgery, then I will continue to avoid surgery because I just don't want to risk it. Plus, I'm not having anything that I know of that would require surgery. So why? I mean, I've got this thing here, which is, you can barely see it anymore, but you have all these sacs inside of your wrists. Well, in every joint. They're bursa. They help keep your joints lubricated. Make fun of myself there. They keep your joints lubricated. Just like anything, you can get weak points in the walls. And what happens on one of the bursa sacs is I move my wrist and the pressure on it finds a weak point and it aneurysms up. And it used to be this big bubble right here. And they were going to do surgery to fix that. And I didn't really like the idea, but it was like, I didn't really want that there either. And then this one older doctor fellow said, here's what we're going to do. I got a better idea. Surgery is bad. There's all this, as in like pain recovery and all that. Here. And he just took a syringe with some cortisol in it and went poke, rip, to destroy the capsule while squirting in the cortisol. And then it hasn't been like it's not there, but this is just a tiny little bump as opposed to what it had been. So I wouldn't say I dodged a bullet, but they found that, like 80% of all surgeries leave a lasting chronic pain that you suffer from. And I already suffer from way too much. I don't need any more. I mean, hokey smokes. Especially now. At least this doesn't hurt anymore like it used to. But it still doesn't feel right. All this muscle through here and these 3 fingers. Do not sever your radial nerve. It's not worth it. If you're thinking about doing it because you're bored, don't. Do not. Do not. It's a bad idea. Oh, please. Excuse me. Hokey smokes. Oh, one of the last things before the time out. It's amazing. With time and the dinosaurs and all, there is more time passed between the time of the Stegosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex than there is between the time of the Tyrannosaurus Rex and us. The dinosaurs were around for a very long time. And when the dinosaurs were around, they lived on the other side of the galaxy. And isn't that weird? Not because they were on another planet, but because it takes about 230 million years for the galaxy to make one rotation. And at the time of the dinosaurs, our planet was on the other side of the galaxy. So if you get dizzy thinking about time and all the directions that we travel while we're traveling, just think about that. Not only are we distanced in time from the dinosaurs, we're distanced in distance from the dinosaurs. They didn't just live so many millions of years ago. They lived on the other side of the galaxy. So far away. And isn't that weird? Definitely a thumbs up. Let's see if I have anything left. Oh, hokey smokes. I've also opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. Afterward, I'm going to read, thumbs up, answer as many as I can, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I get lost real easy because of my memory. So we'll see how that works out. Let me call up my Chrome. Yeah. Ah. Bloody dentures. Abby_MCVV. V. 3 of them. Sorry about that. Thank you very much. And Michael Jowdry. I disagree with 99% of what you said, but I agree with part of it, so thumbs up. Alex Medrano, thumbs up and thank you. We have Adri XOXO and 10910. Thank you very, very much. Creeper Bell, greatly appreciated and thumbs up. We have a name in Cyrillic. I do not know how to pronounce it, but thank you. Russian Timing, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. There is Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Zeddy, greatly appreciated. Randy Colby, thumbs up and thank you. We have Marianth1, thumbs up. There is Mac J, greatly appreciated. 8SR, thumbs up, and I'm not sure. The 9 Divides, that could be a command, or there's a whole bunch of things that could mean. Thank you very, very much. Kyle Finley, greatly appreciated. Elderwolf 569, thumbs up and thank you. Always good to see you. And Nadeshka Holmes, greatly appreciated. We have 21SHX, greatly appreciated. Eric Bowman, thumbs up. We have Cheem Sits, Cheems sure does. Kitty Spooks with a 0 instead of an O. And then there is Mick, M-I-K, thumbs up and thank you. We have Ethan Holgate. I disagree with you entirely, but you know, you are welcome to your opinion. And Stephen Blanchard, thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Greatly appreciated. It is a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe, and thank you so much to everybody who does. I just recently got a very, very large donation. Thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. Definitely. Or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these Patreon.com patrons. Beautiful and awesome people. That's the way I say it. What is wrong with my brain? Oh yeah, I've got fibro and depression, a whole bunch of stuff. That would be very, very awesome. If you would like to help me, but you do not want to use one of those two, I have a PayPal link down below. If you could check that out, that would be cool. And if you want to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well. Thank you so very, very much. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you're down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal end of time. Thumbs up for that. It's nice to be able to do that with my hands. 5 years ago, I could barely move my hands. And now, after cannabis use, I can use my hands. As long as I'm toked up, the longer I go, the worse my hands feel. But I have this video, I have another video I need to edit and render. So thumbs up on that. And so it's a good thing. Take care this weekend. Be good to yourself. Practice self-care. Practice more than self-care. Please practice proper social distancing. Please wear a mask when you go out. Be smart. I don't want anybody else out there that hasn't gotten it to get it. And if you have had it, and some people in the comments have, I am so sorry, and continue to get better, please. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.